Let me tell you a story that starts with silence. Not the peaceful kind, but the kind of silence that hits you after your teacher returns the test papers and yours is face down. You already know. You don't even want to flip it, because that number written in red, it's not just a number. It feels like a label. Not good enough, not smart enough, never going to make it. Now look around you. Some student, somewhere in your class, smiled when they got their paper. They didn't cry themselves to sleep last night. They didn't hide their report card from their parents. They didn't pray for the bell to ring so they could escape the judgment. But here's what no one tells you. That smartest student in class isn't born different. They're not some divine genius. They're just trained differently. They're wired differently. And if you don't rewire your brain, you will keep losing to people who aren't better than you, just more strategic. This video is not for the average. This is not about studying harder or making fancy notes with glitter pens. This is a wake-up call, because whether you like it or not, your brain is being controlled. By who? By your past failures. By the labels your teachers gave you. By that one time you scored low and convinced yourself you're bad at math or too distracted. They lied to you. And worse, you believed it. But from today, I'm going to reprogram your brain. Not with motivation, not with cheesy quotes, but with a system that's built to make you the most terrifying student in the classroom, the kind who remembers everything, answers faster, solves smarter, and walks out of exams like they've already won. But let me warn you, this system isn't cute. It's surgical. It removes laziness. It kills excuses. It re-engineers your mind into something that no school will ever teach you. Because schools teach you what to learn. I'm going to show you how to learn so brutally well that you can't be ignored. Imagine this. You're sitting in class. Teacher asks a tough question, your classmates are frozen. But your hand goes up. You answer not only correctly, but with clarity, speed, and confidence. It's not luck. It's not magic. It's because you hacked the student game. You stopped studying like a victim and started training like a weapon. Now ask yourself, why are you not that student already? Is it your memory? No, your memory is a tool. You just never learned to sharpen it. Is it distraction? No, your brain was never trained to focus the right way. Is it motivation? Forget that word. The world doesn't care how motivated you are. It cares about results. And today, we start a war against average. In this video, I'll show you the psychological manipulation you can use on yourself to become addicted to studying, the neurohacks top students use to memorize faster than most people forget, the exam domination ritual that makes your brain fire at full power under pressure, and the identity shift that turns you from just another student into the silent genius everyone watches in fear. This isn't going to be easy, but it is going to work, because I'm not talking to the version of you that failed. I'm talking to the version of you buried under years of doubt, that quiet part of you that knows you were made for more, and is just waiting to be unleashed. So sit up, pay attention like your future depends on it, because by the end of this video, you won't just know how to study better, you'll be rebuilt. Mind first, mark second, legacy, forever. Let's begin. Part 1, burn the smart myth. Let's kill the first lie right now. Smart people aren't born, they are built. What you think is natural intelligence is actually trained perception and strategy. Those top students you envy, they're not using willpower, they're using systems. They don't study more, they study smarter. And you can do the same if you're willing to erase how you've been taught to learn. Here's how schools secretly damage your brain. They reward memorizing, not mastering. They teach subjects but never teach you how to control your brain. So most students study like this. Read textbook, highlight some lines, try to remember it all, panic before the exam, forget it 3 days later. This is not studying. This is mental slavery. From today, we'll replace this with a weaponized system, one that activates your memory, your logic, and your identity at the same time. Part 2, build a weapon, not a student. Think of your brain like a computer. Most students run on default settings. You're going to switch to developer mode. Step 1, anchor every topic to emotion. Your brain doesn't remember facts. It remembers feelings attached to facts. So every chapter you read, every formula you learn, every theory you encounter, you must emotionally anchor it. Example, don't memorize the definition of gravity. Tie it to the feeling of falling off your bike. Don't just remember a date in history. Tie it to the rage or fear of that event. Your memory isn't failing you. Your connection to the material is just dead. So revive it by creating pain or power behind every concept. Use fear, anger, excitement, jealousy, whatever gets the brain to say, "This matters." Step 2. Convert chapters into triggers. Top students don't revise every page before the exam. They revise triggers. A trigger is a compressed memory shortcut. One keyword, one symbol, one phrase that explodes into a full concept in your mind. For example, when I see photosynthesis, I don't see a paragraph. I see Sunday, chlorophyll, glucose plus oxygen, stored in cells. It flashes in 2 seconds. No stress, no overload. You want to break every chapter into triggers, connections, quick recall loops. You'll learn how to build this shortly. But first, let's fix your study timing. Part 3. Time manipulation for memory. Want to know how to make 1 hour feel like 3? It's simple. You enter alpha mode, a brainwave state where focus becomes fluid. To activate it, 1. No phone, no music, no background noise. Just you, your notes, and silence. Silence is a weapon. Most students are scared of it. 2. Set 45-minute mental traps. Study for 45 minutes, break for 10, but don't just scroll your phone during the break. Close your eyes. Replay what you just studied in your mind. This forces your brain to consolidate short-term memory into long-term. 3. Revise in reverse. Most people revise the same way they learned. Wrong. You should recall backwards. Why? Because the brain stores things in layers, not in order. Reverse recall makes memory deeper and faster. Part 4. Identity programming. Here's the real secret nobody will say out loud. Your grades are based on who you think you are. If you believe you're an average student, your brain will act like one. If you decide that you're a top 1% brain, your habits will obey that identity. So starting today, every study session begins with this command. I am the sharpest brain in this room. My mind slices through confusion. My memory locks information like a vault. Say it out loud every time, because your subconscious is listening, and it obeys repetition. Your brain isn't lazy, it's just unled. Give it a leader. That leader is your new identity. You don't try to become a smart student. You embody it. You become it. Part 5. Exam Day Domination Ritual. Most students panic before exams. Smart students? They activate a ritual. Here's what you'll do 24 hours before the exam. 1. Stop learning new information. Last-minute input weakens what's already stored. Instead, replay triggers only. 2. Use the whisper recall method. Sit in silence. Whisper key concepts to yourself. This activates auditory, visual, and kinesthetic memory pathways at once. It feels weird, but it's deadly effective. 3. Visualize the question paper. Sit calmly, close your eyes, and imagine what kinds of questions will come. Then mentally answer them. This prepares your neural circuits to fire confidently under pressure. 4. Walk into the exam room with silence in your chest. No nerves. No begging God last minute. You're not praying for miracles because you built yourself into one. Final reminder. There are no naturally smart students. There are only trained minds versus trapped minds. Right now, most students are trapped. But you're being trained. And the student who's trained differently becomes the one everyone else follows. In the exam room, you won't be guessing. You won't be sweating. You'll be watching others panic, while your mind moves with precision, power, and absolute control. Let me ask you something real. How many times have you stared at your books and felt like giving up? How many nights have you cried silently because no one understands the pressure you carry? Maybe your family fights. Maybe no one at home believes in you. Maybe you study in a room filled with chaos. And yet, you still try. And for that, you are not weak. You are a warrior. You keep showing up, even when your brain screams to stop, even when your friends laugh, even when you fail, and still get up the next day to try again. And if no one has told you this before, I'm telling you now. I see you, I believe in you, and I am you. Because I didn't come from peace. My parents fought like enemies. My mind was a battlefield long before I ever sat in an exam hall. But I turned that pain into power, and so will you. You are not alone. You're part of something now. A silent army of students, fighters, dreamers, survivors. We bleed the same, we grind the same, and one day we'll shine the same. So if this video lit something inside you, leave a comment right now. I will become the smartest student, no matter what it takes. Not for likes, not for views, but to mark this moment. The moment you stopped being a victim and started becoming a weapon. Your story is just beginning, and trust me, the world is not ready for the version of you that's coming. I'll be here, waiting for your glow up. Until then, train your mind, guard your energy, and dominate like you were born to. We rise together. Now type your oath below. Let the world know. You're done being average. Let's go, sweetie.